Hi, I'm Vanessa from SpeakEnglishWithVanessa.com. Today I have a special guest to introduce you to. He's Michael from MyHappyEnglish.com. Today he's going to help you to learn 5 idioms that we use in daily conversation. Let's get started. Hi, Michael. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Hi, Vanessa. Hey, thanks for having me. This is a lot of fun.
Yes, I'm so glad to introduce you to my audience and to the internet, some people who might not be familiar with you yet. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Awesome. Sure. So I started teaching English back in 1994 in Japan in a little town called Sendai. Any of you guys in Sendai remember me? And so I've been in the international education business for quite a long time. And then in 2010, I started Happy English, which is where I am now here in New York City. And so I teach students here in New York City, right here in the office, and also online, and YouTube, and podcasts, and Facebook, and all sorts of fun stuff like that.
Wow, you're a little bit of everywhere in person and online. So if people who don't live in New York want to contact you, they can still meet with you online.
Yeah, absolutely. A little plug. My website is myhappyenglish.com.
Perfect.
And you can find me there, and then you can find links to the YouTube page and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and you've got a daily or pretty regular podcast that you put out.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about all of the great stuff you have to offer all together at the end. So
okay, super.
Yes. Let's talk about now something that you've got some knowledge about, which is idioms. There's so many in English.
Exactly. There are a lot of idioms, and I put together a couple that I want to talk about today, and one of my favorite ones is in a New York minute. Mm-hmm. I know that you're living here in the States too, in North Carolina. I'm in New York. The pace here is really fast. If you've ever been to New York, you see people walking. We're walking really quick. We do everything quick. So when you say that I can do that in a New York minute, it means that you can do something in a really short and quick amount of time.
So I can finish my dinner in a New York minute because I'm so hungry.
Exactly. In fact, I finished my lunch in a New York minute today.
Oh, perfect. So do you think that people who are living outside the States could use this and feel comfortable using this?
Yeah, I think so, because New York is a popular place for a lot of international tourists, and anybody who's visited here knows that everything is really, really quick here. So.
Yeah. Do you like that kind of lifestyle, that fast-paced, go style?
Yeah, I was born here, so I'm kind of used to it. Do I like it? Sometimes yes, and sometimes it's a pain in the neck.
That's a great idiom.
Yeah, when something is a pain in the neck, it means that it's bothersome or troublesome. So like recently I needed to renew my driver's license. And in New York, when you need to renew your driver's license, you have to go to the motor vehicle office, the driver's license office, and wait on line 1, and then wait on line 2, and it takes like 4 hours, and it's really bothersome. So you could say that it's bothersome, but it's a pain in the neck.
Oh, we love to say those kind of things. Oh, it's a pain in the neck to go to the motor vehicle place. I just want to get it over with and not go.
Exactly. And you can also use that idiom when you talk about a person.
Oh.
So, for example, my boss makes me work here at Happy English until like 9 or 10 o'clock every night. He's a pain in the neck. That guy is a pain in the neck.
I hope no one says that about you.
Oh, that is me.
Yes, so that's the reason why you wanted to start Happy English. One of them was so that you didn't have to work for a boss who was a pain in the neck. You could give English to students the way that you wanted to give it.
Exactly. And that's the great thing about having my own company here, is that I can sit here and I can teach my students and meet my students and help them learn English while I'm having a cup of joe.
Oh, yes. Yes, well, I've got something here as well, but it is not a cup of joe.
So, you guys that are watching, can you figure that out? Because Vanessa has a cup of something, and I have a cup of something, but I called my cup of something a cup of joe.
And I'm going to say that a cup of joe is not my cup of tea. I'm not a big fan of joe.
Right, and joe is a slang term, and I think it's an American slang term, which means coffee. So if you're walking down the street and you see a coffee shop and you say to your friend, hey, let's get a cup of joe, it means let's get a cup of coffee.
Yeah, and usually it seems like that is a pretty casual expression. So you might even say cup of joe, cup of joe.
You know, when we pronounce of in the middle of a phrase that talks about quantity, we usually pronounce it like So yeah, it's a cup of joe.
A cup
like
of joe.
A glass of wine or a bag of chips. It's a cup of joe.
Yeah, a cup of joe. Do you drink a cup of joe every day or how often?
Yeah, I drink a cup of joe about every 2 or 3 hours.
Well, I'm sure you're not alone. I bet there's a lot of people who do the same thing, and they probably feel the same way, but a lot of people do it.
Exactly. I'm trying to cut down a little bit on having a cup of joe, but I feel that when I don't drink so much coffee, I kind of feel like a lazy bones.
Oh, lazy bones. When you don't drink coffee or when I don't drink tea, I kind of feel like a lazy bones too.
A lazy bones.
Yeah, how would you describe lazy bones?
A lazy bones. Yeah, exactly. So, I have a friend, Glenn, and this guy spends most of his free time when he's not working either in front of the TV watching TV or playing PlayStation. He's a lazy bones. So it means he's so lazy, even his bones are lazy.
I just imagine, his name's Glenn.
Yeah.
I just imagine Glenn sitting on the couch becoming a skeleton that's just sitting there.
Right.
His bones aren't moving anymore. There's no muscles.
A pile of bones.
So this could be a good thing. You might even say to someone, stop being a lazy bones, or what are you doing? Don't be a lazy bones, get up.
Exactly. Sometimes I have to tell my students that, hey, don't be a lazy bones, do your homework.
That's kind of a funny image, though. It's a clever way to tell someone, stop being lazy.
Right, because the basic, core of a human being is the bones. So if you're a lazy bones, it means from your skin to your bones, you're lazy. That's pretty lazy.
That's pretty bad, completely lazy. So let's not be lazy bones. And people who are watching this are not being lazy bones because they're learning idioms and English and learning with us. So great job, those of you watching it. You're not being a lazy bones right now.
That's right. In fact, what you're doing is you're killing time, right? You're spending some time.
Killing time?
So that's the next idiom that I wanted to talk about today, which is having time to kill.
Having time to kill.
Right. So you can spend time doing something, like we're spending time talking right now. But for example, if you have an appointment to meet a friend at a cafe at 4 o'clock, and you get to the cafe at about 3:30, well, what are you going to do for that 30 minutes? So you have this kind of empty time that you don't have anything in the schedule, but you need to occupy that time some way. So you can say, I've got time to kill. I have 30 minutes to kill. It means I have that time that I need to use for something.
For something, and probably there's not something necessary you have to do, but you're just entertaining yourself or doing something while you're waiting for the next thing.
So, Vanessa, if you were in that situation, you had 30 minutes of time to kill, what would you do?
Oh, probably if I had my phone with me, I'd probably listen to a podcast. It's a good thing to listen to while you're watching people. If I were in a cafe or somewhere in public, watch people, listen to a podcast. And, Usually that's a relaxing thing to do too. It's a good way to kill time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what about you? What do you like to do to kill time?
Yeah, so I'm like a lot of people. I'm completely addicted to social media, and so when I need to kill time, it usually kind of goes Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat.
Oh, great. That's the order of interest for you.
That's the order of killing time for me, yeah.
30 minutes can pass by so quickly when you're looking at different things, seeing what's going on. So social media is a great way to kill time.
Exactly.
Excellent. So even though you're killing time, you're not necessarily being a lazy bones because you're just waiting for the thing that you've planned.
Right, exactly. And so it helps me kill time when I have a cup of joe.
Oh, that's a great way to connect it all together. Thanks for sharing all of these idioms.
Sure.
As we talk about these, I wanted to let our audience know too that I'm going to be giving the resources to learn more with you below this video. So you've got a chance today to teach several useful idioms, New York Minute, killing time, lazy bones, all of these fun expressions, but you've got so many more. There's a ton of idioms on your podcast and your course, and can you tell us a little bit about that? I know you've got a course that's got lots of information for English learners.
Right, so I think everybody who's watching this is going to be interested to know that that you and I and 5 other awesome online teachers are collaborating to put together the English Power Pack, which is a collection of everyone's different lessons and learning materials all in one for a really super price that will help everyone learn English, and some of that money is going to get donated to charity to build schools.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah, so what I have is what I call the Master Learners Pack. It's 400 of my podcasts, which there's about an 850-page PDF book plus 400 podcasts covering idioms, pronunciation, like we talked about before, a cup of joe, slang, grammar, confusing words like by and until, or because and because of, and things like that. So it covers all different aspects of English, so even students that are at the beginner level or the advanced level or in the middle, I think there's something there for everyone.
Yeah, it's going to be a great way to kill time when you download it, listen to it, get a chance to improve your English at the same time.
Exactly, and using like these electronic resources to study is definitely not a pain in the neck.
So
like
convenient.
Like having to carry around a big dictionary all the time like we used to do.
Right, you could just download your 400 podcast episodes and it's just on your phone. It's amazing.
Right. Yeah, the technology is awesome.
Yeah, that's just a great way to organize your information because I know you've been doing this for a long time. So this is a great way to help English learners have a path to follow. I think that's a really useful thing that we can give as teachers or guides to them.
Yeah, and I think and it's fun too. I always try and make the podcasts and the YouTube videos entertaining.
Yeah.
So it's not so like today we will study. That's kind of not my style. Really.
Yeah, that's why people go online to learn, is to get something different, have a kind of new flavor to English. So I'm glad you're also of the same mindset, the same method. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So if there are English learners watching this before July 4th, 2016, then you can join the Power Pack. You can get all of this information. I'll put the links below this video or on this video. But if it's after July 4th, there will be, the Power Pack is going to be closed. And if you'd like to still get Michael's master course, then I'll post those links below here so that after July 4th they can still contact you or get the information you've got.
That sounds great.
Yes, thanks so much for explaining these idioms today. It's so fun to connect them and use them in conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel like we've had this conversation in a New York minute.
Yeah, we did. I know it passed so quickly. Well, thanks so much, and I hope that English learners will check out more information about you to be able to learn more.
That sounds great. myhappyenglish.com, that's where you can find me. And Vanessa, thanks so much for inviting me today. It's been
my pleasure. Yeah. My pleasure. See you later, Michael.
Okay, take care. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much for watching this interview with Michael from My Happy English. Now I have a question for you. Can you make a sentence with one or all 5 of these idioms? This is a good chance to use what you just learned. How often do you drink a cup of joe? Are you a lazy bones? What do you like to do to kill time? Use the idioms you learned today in the comments below. I'm looking forward to seeing your sentences and talk to you later. Bye! If you enjoyed this video, be sure to download my free ebook where you can learn 5 steps to becoming a confident English speaker. You can share it on Facebook, upgrade to the listening audio version, and don't forget to check your email to get the free ebook. Let's see what it is. Alright, here is the free ebook. You can download yours today. Just click on the link and it will be in your email within a few seconds. Thanks so much for learning with me. Bye!